Essentially, we're taking this $14,000 that we would have to come out of pocket and we will add it onto the back of the loan. So let me explain how this process works. What's up everyone, this is the Roommate Investor. Here we teach people how to build and grow a real estate portfolio using creative financing and real estate strategies. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, just follow, like, and subscribe for more videos. Today we're going to be discussing how to save money at the closing table, specifically more than $10,000, how I did it, and how you can do it too. For me, cash is king. I like to bring as little money down to the closing table as possible. Using this method, I was able to save more than $10,000, and I'm going to show you how to now using a real life example. Here we're going to do a real life example. I'm not going to tell you anything that I haven't done before of my latest project where I was able to save more than $10,000 at the closing table. So the asking price for this property was $356,000. So we're going to write that down. Here the sellers were looking for $356,000. Now this was during a time where the market was very competitive, where you had little to no negotiating skills whatsoever. What they were looking for is what they were going to get, and usually they would get more. $356,000 were the asking price of what the sellers were looking for. Now during these times in 2021, 2020, sellers would usually get more than the asking, or at least minimum the asking price, and the buyers would have to pay closing costs. Closing costs on a $356,000 loan in my area would have been around $14,000. In this example, my down payment on a $356,000 loan would have been about $17,000 down, 5%, plus the $14,000 in closing costs, which would put our total all-in upfront down payment to around $31,000. Now that's a lot of money for me. I like to keep my money, for hard times or for further investments. Here's how we get around this. We offer the sellers more than what they're asking for, and we ask them to cover the difference in closing costs. Essentially, we're taking this $14,000 that we would have to come out of pocket, and we will add it onto the back of the loan. So let me explain how this process works. So in this example, let's say $14,000. So we're going to add that $14,000 to the $356,000 purchase price, which would be a $370,000 purchase. Now, we have a $370,000 purchase price, but we're asking the sellers to cover closing costs for $14,000. This is how this works. Because the sellers are covering the closing costs of that $14,000, we don't pay that $14,000 out of our pocket. So we would just cover our 5% down payment, which would be 5% down, or $17,000. So now we're taking that $31,000 that it would have been all the way down to $17,000, and the sellers are covering the $14,000 in closing costs. The best part about it is it's a win-win situation, because the sellers are still getting their net number that they were looking for, regardless if they're paying closing costs or not, because we raised that purchase price. Now, one caveat to this is the home does have to appraise for this new purchase price. 9 times out of 10, the appraiser has the contract when they're running their appraisal. As long as there's nothing crazy going on with the house, they're going to give you the appraisal for $370, because that's where the purchase contract is, long as the home is in decent shape and comparable to the other homes. If you want to learn more information, just follow, like, and subscribe at the Roommate Investor.